Hello guys, in the previous tutorial we explored how to add electrical symbols to a floor plan, and we created some circuits, and then we added the various devices to these circuits using Circuit Manager. Now in this tutorial we are going to see how we connect the various devices to their respective basically how we are going to wire the various circuited devices. Okay, so we're just basically adding wires between the devices. For instance, a switch and a light, or sockets that belong to the same circuits being wired together. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's open the previous drawing and resume from the last point. Okay, so this is where we stopped, and now we're going to add some wires. Okay, so we'll start with the lights and then go on to the sockets, the socket outlets. So for the lights, we had the first three switches are in the circuit related to the dining and kitchen. So the first two switches, same here, first two switches and first two from this side. So yeah, we have to put that into consideration in order not to connect more than one devices to multiple circuits. Okay, so each circuit must contain exactly one device of that that category. Okay, like we can't have one device connected to more than one circuits basically, so you have to put that into mind. So now this is very simple. You just click on any of the devices, and then when you see a plus, it means add wire. So basically we could disable some object snap settings so that we are able to better connect the wires. So we can disable midpoint, endpoint, intersection, nearest apparent intersection, all these other ones, and we only leave electrical connector, wire connector, wire way curve, maybe disable this, and we could leave perpendicular. It could come in handy when we want a wire to go straight or perpendicular to face, some kind of face of the wall, or a different wire for that matter. So click, we should connect this to the first light, so we need to be systematic. So by that we are going to go maybe just go straight, then down, then straight, subtract this point, and then there, and yeah, maybe we should angle this a little bit, so here, and then at a certain angle there. So we can first escape. Now you see these symbols are not right. It shows 3, 5, they're actually 4, and then 1 at 90 degrees to this 4. So that is a representation of a 3-phase wiring, and what we need is single phase. So we basically should have one hot, one neutral, and one earth. But in this case we have 3 hot, one neutral and one earth, so that is 3 phase. We need to change that. And also we can get to the option where we don't have to see this at all. Okay, but first we need to change this from 3 phase to to single phase before we continue. So just highlight the wire and go to properties. No, actually highlight the wire and we're supposed to go to properties, but it doesn't matter. If the wire is activated, you can just right click on it and look for edit wire style. So under this, the part we are actually interested in is this specifications, number of hot. They're supposed to be 1, so change that to 1. And neutral, you can say match the number of hot. You can change the material to copper. Insulation is none. It doesn't really matter. Everything is copper. We don't have any isolated ground, but it's basically copper. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. So annotation, we can leave these the way they are. Okay. And these are for the lines that cut across the wires to represent either 3 phase or single phase. Yeah. So they are at an angle 45 to the wire. Okay. And then the isolated ground is at 90 if you have any, but we don't have that. And then the ground is at an angle of 135. Okay. Yeah, just like you saw, this is 45 and this is 135, so we don't have an isolated ground, which should be at 90. Then the crossing, how should the wire cross another wire? So we choose this. And well, since we've changed this to single phase, we can just preview that. You see, so now there are 2. We still need to, we just make this disappear. It should only show on the home run. Okay, so highlight it and then go to edit wire style and go back to annotation. So we only want it displayed on the home run. We don't want it to be displayed on the wire segment. Okay, the tick marks, we just want them displayed on the home run. A home run is connection of the circuit to the circuit breaker, basically, in the panel. Okay, so whichever set of wires run from the panel or run from the circuits or circuited devices directly to the panel, that link between the circuit and the panel or the panel breaker, that's what we call the home run. Okay, we don't represent it in our diagram. We don't show any wire going all the way to the panel, but instead we use a home run to point anywhere. It just shows that it's at that point that we have a connection to the circuit breaker. Okay, so that is what the home run represents. So click OK, and you see those tick marks disappear. So now this is a 3 phase, so we need to continue on to the other switches. So just click any of these and then add. So from the device we are adding at a certain angle, then we continue probably like this, and towards the switch let us just make it perpendicular there, and yeah. Okay, now click escape. Actually we could just continue and connect to the other switch. So click, we're going to go from here probably and go to the other switch. We just make them cross each other, there's no problem there. So perpendicularly there and click. Okay, yes, then we can escape. So now that is one device connected. We do the same thing for the other. Along that, somewhere there, connect that, maybe there, and we just have to connect it in such a way that it looks, what's the word to use, just has to look presentable, if I may. Okay, so we can, but now these wires are going to be crossing each other. We probably don't want that, but sometimes we don't have a choice, so we could well, it's fine, we just let them cross each other. Then to this point, click and click and click around here, then click here, and we're going to have another crossing somewhere here. So end connector is active, so that's the symbol for end, electrical end connector. The one we activated under object snap settings, so we can escape. Now these two lights are in that socket, the kitchen socket. Okay, so we can actually connect the switches at some point and create a home run. Okay, just to show that power comes onto the switches and then goes to the lights and stuff. So you can add wire, so connect to this switch, then now we make the home run. In order to create a home run, you just before you click anywhere, just press enter on the keyboard, the arrow appears, and then that. Okay, so that is the home run. It shows the circuit connection to the circuit breaker at that point. Okay, yeah, and then we can connect the switches, maybe we start with the lights, only the lights. Okay, so the next light is this, but it has to be connected all the way from here to here to here. So we are going to have multiple crossings, but there's no problem. You can start off from there and go somewhere there, then go here, then somewhere there you have something over there, then this connect there and there and there, and oh, now I see we have a problem. I connected the first switch to this. This is for the pouch. It's for the pouch, not for the interior. So I need to correct that. So let me first connect this three to the last switch. There and there. So I need to move this to, okay, let me just delete it. And this one, let me delete it. So the first one should go to the first. Somewhere there, and then okay, I'm trying to focus this here. That's better. There and there. Then we need to connect the other one. Yeah, okay, so we are going to connect this other one, the middle. We reconnect it from there to, should pass there, and then somewhere here we should be able to connect to this one. So like that and that. So now all three are connected, and yeah, okay. And now we can connect this to one that goes to the porch. Yeah, yeah, that is also connected. Oh, we forgot the light. We forgot to connect the light to the circuit, so I'm going to delete this line. Just delete that line, and I'll create a wire from here to there to there. Okay, I'll just try to make it go like this. And it should pass there. Passes there, and then connects to there. Okay, so maybe I'm thinking we can just get rid of these curves. So we can edit wire styles and just make it like this. Okay, so that at least we can see that they're just passing through each other. Okay, rather than yeah, okay, it looks clear enough. Alright, so maybe we need to change the device color to something different. The layer is E, electrical, then G. So go to home, and we can change the color to something maybe red. Okay. Well, it should have changed, but for some reason they are still green, so I don't know why. But they should change color to red. Maybe they'll switch later on. Okay, so we can connect the other lights to their respective switches. I'm going to connect this one to, this is for the bedroom, and for some reason this one changing to red. Okay, and the wire itself, so I don't know, I'm going to see what's up, because I didn't want the wire to change color. Okay, now since since we need to connect everything to the same circuit, so we can connect that to that, and connect this to this. Oh, maybe we'll connect the sockets on their own. Okay, they'll probably change if I restart. Okay, because the others have changed, but the wire should be under. It's also under devices. It should be under different. Okay, we can create a layer for wires. And what do we have here? Let's see. Electrical device. They should probably show. Okay, let's see, something is not right here. One wire is under, I don't know what, it should be under wires now. So all wires should be under wires, the wires layer, and all these should be under device. This, so they should be able to change. They will probably change at some point. Okay, but anyway, this is connected, so I'm going to connect this to, I'll just connect from this point. Okay, then I think all the lights are done. Now we have to connect the rest of the devices. So this goes directly to the panel, so just turn it into a home run. The same thing with this, it goes direct to, it actually connects to this and then to the home run. So just do something like this, and then that, then we should have home run. Okay. Okay, the home run should point there next to the panel, because that is the same circuit. And this, we just put a home run, and these ones are connected. So this is connecting to the make sure you have electrical end connector. So those two are connected, and then we put a home run. Then we need to connect these ones, and they're actually 3. So connect these to somewhere there. There. And electrical end connector is what you should choose. Then the home run. There. Okay. So now we are left with the bedroom sockets. Bedroom sockets. You can do something like this. Okay. Let's make sure it looks a little bit systematic. Connect via this and that, and then connect here, then connect here. Now for the home run. There. Okay. Now I think we have everything connected. So now what we need to do is make sure these wires are socket wires should be, we're going to change the sizes. Okay, so we change the size for this. Yeah, so we're going to go to properties. So we need a different layer, we should call it, or it should be under wires, but we can change the color just to differentiate between socket wires, power wires and lighting wires. So the size, port size should be 2.5, and those are millimeters. Same here, 2.5 and 2.5. So we can leave it at that. Then color, there's color by layer. We can probably change this to we can change this to blue. Okay, we're going to change that color to blue. So under this, just change it to blue. That which one? some kind of blue. This one maybe, yeah. Okay. Was it blue? Okay. Let me check again. Yeah. We've changed the color to blue, but it's not changing for some reason. But we can do that later on. So maybe create a new layer and then add the this is wires. So we're going to just copy the name and paste it here. So we just add wire lighting, and the color should be, we leave it as green, the first green. Okay, so close that. Now anything to do with lighting, we move it to that layer. So anything to do with lighting, we just move it to that layer. Okay, and we have this. Okay, so they are all selected. First we just move it to that layer, that one. Then we change the properties to, this is 1.5, is also 1.5, this is also 1.5. Okay, yeah, so these ones have changed color to that green that we want, but the sockets are not changing to blue. Okay, who knows, maybe they will. Now we need to change this foam run to a size of should be about 4 millimeters. So same with this for the heater and cooker control. So we can change that to this layer, and then the size should be 4. Okay, so that is that. For some reason I don't get why these are not changing. Let me try to switch between layers and then back. Okay, they change. It seems we have to just play with them a little bit, but nonetheless they change. So this one, socket, and which other one? That is all the sockets we have. So layer, first change a random layer and then change back to this one. Okay, so now we need the devices to change to red. We want them to change to red. Well, they should be able to do it automatically, but for some reason maybe my AutoCAD has overworked, but really know. So we change randomly to and back. Now everything is in color that we need, except for these. Okay. Okay. Yeah, these are also okay. Now they are all in whichever color we want, right? Now, next thing we are going to do is to label the circuits. Okay, so that you know this one represents this circuit and this represents that circuit. And for that we go to annotate then MEP label. So just click it and select any wire, click that wire and press enter. Should get that. Then click a different wire and press enter. We get that. I should probably activate nearest this, deactivate perpendicular, deactivate electrical end connector. So yeah, so that for those different circuits we should be able to yeah, yeah, just to show that there are different circuits. For this one I'll put there, and I'll put there. We don't need anything on the home run because there's only one panel, right? It's just one panel. So each home run is going to contain to have the same symbol DP, short for distribution panel. So probably we just need to label these. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have everything labeled, we need to change the font size of these labels. So for that we just go to we can just go to select one of them and add or delete scales. The scale is 1 to 100, so we need something smaller like 1 to 25. So we delete the first one and then 1 to 25 will be left. So when I click OK, I was supposed to select all of them first, so I will just undo and click one of them, select similar, then add scale. So add, let me try 50 first and see what size we have. If 50 is not good enough, we can make it even smaller. Okay, so let's make it 25. So we delete 50. Okay, I think 25 is better. So now you see each circuit has been labeled. Okay, each circuit has been labeled, so we could move this to somewhere there, and everything else is okay, right? Yeah, everything else is okay. Okay, so maybe this, just label the panel with it's DP, then escape, then select this and change. We could give it a scale of 50. Okay, so yeah, that is the distribution panel. Now everything else makes sense, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so now that everything is labeled, yeah, in the next part we are going to look at how to add a panel schedule and how to add a keynote legend, then a symbols legend. Okay, and we'll be done with this series. Okay.